Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Are you one of those people who is suffering from anxiety about your life in regards to the super crises happening in our world today, like me? And if so, we have hope on the call lines today. So stay tuned for your 5-minute Spirit Reboot. I have joining me today physician, epidemiologist, podcast host, author of Revolutionary Optimism, 7 Steps for Living as a Love-Centered Activist, Dr. Paul Zeitz. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
Well, thank you for sharing your time with us, because you have a very important message for those people who are pacing back and forth and scrolling the headlines or watching too much news like myself. What's this revolutionary optimism?
Revolutionary optimism is a way of living in the path of love. And it's about asking the question with every step and every breath, how can I put love at the center of what I'm up to? It's about self-liberation and our collective liberation.
What's that look like visually if somebody were living from that center?
You ask questions like, how can I serve? As a way of deciding what you do today. And you are working on yourself, only using love speech. There's a lot of work that we have to do, to be on this path.
So what was the big aha moment for you when you discovered revolutionary optimism and living from that love-centered space?
Yeah, I had an awakening experience when I finished writing the book, where I realized that I'm a survivor of childhood sexual violence at the hands of my father when I was a very young boy, and victim of a cast of sexual violence, verbal, physical violence. And my whole life I've focused on being a healer and focusing as being part of human rights and human dignity, child rights movements. It just made me realize that I have this revolutionary optimism spirit in me about the possibility of liberation.
No, thank you for sharing. Do you think the power of love is stronger to overcome the power of hate in our world?
I think that's a personal choice that we each have to make, to say no more hate and that we're going to choose the path of love. I was just in Israel-Palestine, for example, and I saw a lot of love between people and between the land, and I saw a lot of hate. And Martin Luther King said, along the way of life, someone, and I would say all of us, must have sense enough and morality enough to cut off the chain of hate. This can only be done by projecting the ethic of love to the center of our lives. So that's the whole point of revolutionary optimism.
You talk about some steps or some ways that are antidotes to our own anxiety and apathy. What are they?
Yeah, so the first 3 steps are, it's go time, self-liberation, and accessing unified consciousness. So that's about the work that we each have to do as ourselves. And then step 4 is called peace crafting. It's about the relationship between me and you, like the space between us. And then the last 3 steps are imagineering, visioning, unlocking radical political imagination, building movements, love-centered fixes, sparking peaceful revolutions. And step 7 is unifying inside of ourselves, aligning our souls and our outer way that we're living our lives, and unifying together as one. We can manifest justice and peace right here, right now. And we're always evolving. So evolutionary transformation is always ongoing. That's the baseline. And then there are phases, and I believe we're entering one now, of revolutionary transformation, where things alter, systems evolve. So I'm living into that and hoping that like-hearted, like-spirited people will also rise now, because we have to step forward together in this journey of transformation.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, thank you for sharing your very important message with my audience today. Where can they find Revolutionary Optimism, Dr. Paul Zeitz?
Thank you. www.revolutionaryoptimism.com.
And if you like this episode and you want more 5-minute Spirit Reboots, we just ask that you subscribe and like it. And you can tune into your spirit each and every day with me by subscribing to the Radio Medium Laura Lee podcast. Please rate it and share it with others. We appreciate you.